this segment, it's all about crafting your dream garden in 3 simple steps. We'll walk you through everything you need to know, from choosing what to plant to designing your space, so you can get right to creating the garden you've always wanted, whether you're growing stuff on your apartment balcony or in your backyard. Just remember, motion breeds clarity, and you don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get it going. But before we dive in, notice I didn't say garden plan. The term garden plan can sound a bit vague or even boring. After all, Martin Luther King didn't say, "I have a plan." He said, "I have a dream." So let's shift the mindset. Think of your garden plan as your dream plan. This is your vision for an outdoor space that reflects your passions and goals. So let's get ready to turn that dream into a beautiful reality. But now you might be wondering, one of my students asked me this question: aren't garden plans mostly for landscapers? Well, it's a good question, but let me tell you, garden plans are definitely not just for the pros. Oh sure, landscapers use them, but they're super valuable for anyone who wants to create a kick-ass garden, whether you're a new gardener or a seasoned green thumb. Think of it like a recipe for your favorite soup. It helps you get all the ingredients together in the right place for a delicious result. Designing a garden as opposed to just planting it gives you the power to control the space you have before you. In other words, planning comes before planting. That said, having a garden plan is like having a cheat sheet, a clear path to follow. It helps you arrange your plants and everything else so your garden looks like $1,000,000. So, garden plans aren't just for the fancy landscapers. They're for all of us who want a garden that makes us happy. Besides, it saves you time and hassle so you can spend more time enjoying your happy place without stressing over the details. Let's take a look at 4 key benefits of using a garden plan cheat sheet. Here are the 4 ways a garden plan makes all the difference. A garden plans help you make the most of your space by showing you exactly where to plant each plant and feature. With a good plan, each plant gets enough sunlight, water, and room to grow. As for you, the gardener, following a garden plan often means less work. It helps you avoid mistakes and save time. Think moving shrubs and trees again and again and again. Having a garden plan makes growing healthy plants much easier. It gives you a clear roadmap, helping you choose the right plants for your soil, growing conditions, and microclimate. This reduces, confusion and stress, making everything from transplanting seedlings to planting fruit trees go more smoothly. A garden plan helps you craft a garden that reflects your style and makes you happy. You'll end up with a garden that really stands out and leaves a lasting impression on both you and everyone else visiting your garden. People will pick up on the positive energy and feel your joy. And number 4, having a garden plan makes everything easier. It makes gardening more fun and less stressful, and you'll spend less time solving problems and more time relaxing, enjoying your harvests, flowers, and outdoor space. Now, let's check out some garden plans made by students. As we look at this garden sketch, you might be thinking, I can't draw. Well, don't worry, this is just a starting point. The great news is that your garden plan can be as simple or as detailed as you like. Just go with what works best for you. In a moment, we'll go through how to draw up a garden plan step by step. In this garden plan, it shows a fence, sunrise notes at the top, where the compost bin is located relative to the house, and so on. Remember, you don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get it going. In this drawing, showing the orientation of the house and the garden with north, south, east, and west, helps you understand things like tracking the direction of the sun, as well as incoming weather. It also indicates where future projects, like proposed compost bins, will be located. When creating your garden plan, you don't need to start from scratch. You can use an as-built survey. This can make the process much easier by providing a detailed starting point, sort of like a coloring book, except you get to draw outside the lines. This garden plan is a little different. It starts with a drone image as the base. Features were then added using a drawing program like Canva, which is a free online graphics program. Now let's go through how to create your own garden plan in the 3 easy steps. We're going to list your goals. Number 2, analyze your garden area. And 3, sketch it out. The first step in creating your garden plan is to list your goals. This helps you focus on what you want to achieve. Maybe you want to build raised beds for growing vegetables, or create a relaxing outdoor space, or add colorful flowers by the front door or lining the driveway. Defining your goals is what guides your next steps. Because if you don't know where you're going, how can you expect to get there? The gardener who plans knows where he or she is going, knows what progress he is making, and a pretty good idea when he'll arrive. Planning is the open road to your destination. Here are some things to consider to help you clarify your goals. Remember, your garden plan is a living, work-in-progress document, which means it changes and evolves over time, whether that's through a season, a year, or a decade. Do you need space for growing vegetables? Would an area devoted to a composting station bring peace to your household? It certainly did to ours. How about a spot set aside for rotating drums or standalone compost bins? Or a corner where you can get down and dirty, say for sifting compost? Are you tired of rusty tools and dream of a garden shed? It doesn't need to be pink, but perhaps a simple one is better than nothing. How about a lawn and curved landscape beds? Or fences. You know what Ben Franklin said, fences make good neighbors. Fences also double as plant supports. Think about adding or rerouting pathways to make them more attractive and safe. How about structures like a hoop house, a high tunnel, or a greenhouse to expand your growing season? Do you have pets in the household? They add a different set of considerations for sure. And do you have a place set aside to house or coil up your hoses? It makes gardening easier and tidier. That goes for irrigation equipment too. Everything should have its place. Everything should have its assigned place in the garden as well. And out of the garden. Are you into container gardening, or are you moving to an apartment with a balcony? Do you prefer a meditation garden, or a garden where you can entertain, or stroll around and relax in? Now let's go to number 2. Analyze your garden area. Taking a good look at your garden space or yard is important because it helps you see what you're working with. By understanding things like sunlight, soil, and existing features, you can make better choices and design a garden that will really prosper in your specific location. After you've identified the important features, think about the traffic patterns you follow to go about your garden activities. For example, how do you get to and from the house and the garden? Or what path do you take to deliver food scraps to the compost pile? This becomes especially helpful in identifying how you might make changes to be more efficient in your gardening activities. You want to note any street access points, driveways, or existing paths or walkways, plus how your yard, apartment deck, or community garden squares up on the planet, that is, north, south, east, or west. Do you have short paths or long ones? Do you have to walk or push a wheelbarrow 200 feet to the greenhouse or the compost pile? And how does weather affect your garden? Do strong winds come from the east or the south? And what about sun through the season? For example, if the winter sun doesn't reach your garden by noon, it can affect plant growth. Being aware of these factors is really important when planning your garden or making changes. Speaking of weather, a roof over your compost setup can be a godsend. Are you set up to collect and store food scraps for composting later? That goes for leaves too. When it's time to make compost or leaf mold, collecting and storing leaves is like having money in the bank. Would a rain barrel be a nice feature? How about outdoor electrical outlets? One more thing to consider is what part of your garden do you want to see from inside your house? Think of each window as a picture frame and plan your garden so that what you see from the inside is just as inviting or inspiring as what's outside. Now let's look at number 3. That is, sketch it out. When you sit down to draw out your plan, refer to photos, as-built surveys, architectural plans, your imagination. Remember, simplicity is good. After all, it's your garden dream plan. And don't forget, motion breeds clarity. So get out your colored pencils. There's no right and wrong, and doodling is good. As you set out to build a garden or make changes, consider marking your progress by taking before and after pictures. To wrap things up, remember to think of your garden plan as your garden dream plan. It's your path, your guide, your gardening angel, helping you design a well-organized space or even an artsy space that not only meets your goals and dreams, but makes gardening more enjoyable and fun.